Right, so it's currently 6:30 a.m. and less than 10 hours ago I got a call from my buddy Nick asking if I wanted to go for a hike at a location that's 4 hours away. So in less than 10 hours I've prepared, planned and packed. I'm tired. Can you tell that I'm tired? Oh. Okay, the introduction was filmed 2 days ago at about 7 p.m. after receiving a very last minute call from a friend of mine, Nick, asking if I wanted to join him on a landscape photography mission to a location that's about 4 hours away, and we needed to be there in about 12 hours. We'll leave in 12 hours, sorry. And 12 hours might sound like a lot of notice, but when I've still got to pick gear, pack clothes, charge batteries, and decide what lenses and camera gear I've got to take, it didn't feel much notice. Plus, I still had to get sleep. As you can tell, I didn't get a lot of that, just due to the excitement. And the answer to his request to join him was very easy. Yes. Because I love landscape photography. See, on the 1st of January 2020, I started this YouTube channel to share stories about everything photographic that I love, to push me to shoot more and to learn new things. But the biggest reason was that when it came to adding text to my photos and social media, my stories weren't getting across. See, I've read tons of photo descriptions, all talking about the late hours and the long distances people have put into their photos, and I believe them. Landscape images take time. They require you to go far, stay late, and most of the time walk home with your tail between your legs, not having captured the image you were truly hoping for. Landscape photography is hard. The longer I've been doing landscape photography, the more and more I've learned to appreciate the other aspects of it. The main reason I love it is that the landscape looks after me, my head. It costs me next to nothing to attempt. It requires fresh air, exercise, and more often than not, a deep and meaningful conversation with a good friend. It takes me to locations I wouldn't normally go, and has taught me to appreciate the views I have seen, even if I can't always capture them on camera. So if you stop chasing the images and just relax and let the images find you, you can find this new level of creativity and happiness that you couldn't achieve before. So more often lately, I found going off the track more and more appealing. Doing so with a friend makes us feel a lot safer, but at the same time I didn't want to be shooting over Nick's shoulder. We both knew we needed a little bit of space to do our own thing and find our own shots. So it's looking pretty beautiful. Nick's gone low, I'm high, and we're just trying to find our angles. I'm kind of liking, we're looking for some leading lines. There's what I call these like Patagonia sticks. Ones like this, which are nice and light and bright, and they can make some good foreground. So with a bit of focus stacking and the right leading lines, and this lake is the midground and Manfrotto, the mountain, is the background, hopefully I can find a shot. Shooting a location without scouting it can be a little bit tricky, but as we had arrived a few hours before sunset, we had time to test our angles and options and work out what was and wasn't working for us. So I'm just going through the process, checking my composition, making sure everything's level, setting my shutter speed, setting my ISO, checking my dynamic range, framing up for my panoramic, making sure I'm level so when I do my pan, my movement, it's not getting wonky, making sure I'm not on auto shutter speed, so my light and my settings doesn't change as I do the panoramic, and just trying to find the right composition. I think I might have to do a 3 or maybe like a 3x2. Could you be quiet? I'm trying to film! I know! I can hear you! 250th of a second, f7.1, ISO 100. Now that I've said that out loud, I might go up to like f16 and drop my shutter speed heaps because I don't need it. Massively underexposing just because I can lift the shadows way better than I can pull back the highlights. So the idea would be to stitch together the panorama focus in the background, and then do the same, stitch together the photos in the foreground, and then auto align those two layers in Photoshop and do a bit of masking so I can mask in my sharp foreground and my sharp background. But as the sun starts to set and time starts to crunch, I always start to doubt myself and the decisions I've made to shoot from the locations I've picked. So Nick is still 20 minutes, half an hour away down the valley, and I'm sitting behind this rock just getting a bit of shelter. I think I've got some images. Well, I've definitely got some images. I don't know if I'm going to be happy with them. It's so hard to tell on the back of a small screen, but it has been an awesome day. A really good day. I've been out on a big hike for a while and I feel good. And I've still got a 2.5 hour hike back in the dark, but this doubt happens every single time I shoot. But the more I practice, the more I shoot, the more confident I get, the more happiness I find, the more I fall in love with landscape photography.
you.